Well, they have been entertaining audiences with unique blends of comedy and magic for decades. And now aspiring magicians getting their chance to perform their best trick on the world-famous duo of Penn and Teller.
Yeah, and here to tell us more about the CW's Penn and Teller's Fool Us is Penn, Joel.
Yeah, I'm right.
Man himself.
Congratulations.
Well, thanks.
Third
It's going
season.
very well. Yeah, it's very well.
That's great.
Yeah.
So when they come on, I imagine they're going to give you their very best trick. How defeating is it for these guys to have you debunk it? You know, like, everyone's been working on this trick for years and years, and sorry, we got it.
Really, not at all.
Really?
Not at all. There's a camaraderie among magicians. I mean, the show came about because, you know, we've been working in the Penn and Teller Theater in Vegas for 15 years, and just about every magician ends up coming to Vegas, coming to our show, and you go backstage afterwards, and you sit in the green room, and almost everyone will pull out a deck of cards or something and say, hey, guys, have you seen this one?
Oh, yeah.
And they show it to you, and then afterwards, they just kind of go, have you seen that? And you kind of go, yeah. Or you kind of go, no. And there's a real pleasant camaraderie. I mean, you get into magic not to fool people, but to be fooled. That's what you love first. So this show is just great because I get to sit there, and people do fool us. And it's harder and harder and harder as you get older.
Yeah, but most of the time you're able to debunk
Once
what
in a
they
while,
do.
we know a thing or two. Yeah, we paid attention once in a while.
So, but if you can't, they get a prize, right?
Yeah, they get to come and open for us in Vegas.
Okay,
That's
so
nice.
show me a trick that you easily do. Do you have a trick that you can debunk?
I don't have anything on me.
Any
No,
cards?
that's terrible. You caught me. You caught me off guard. I'm sorry.
Nice.
No.
I wasn't prepared.
Well, tell us about someone then who, like a trick that really impressed you, knocked your socks off.
We had a trick that we did that lulled us into a sense of false security because we had done the exact trick on the Today Show 1 week earlier. And a guy came out and did the same trick, which is called Triumph, where you end up with the cards face up and face down, all shuffled and all mixed up by everybody, every possible way they could be. And then in one move, they're all facing the same way except the selected card, which is the other way. And Teller and I had just done the trick on the Today Show, and the guy knew it. So he started doing the trick, and Teller and I both relaxed completely.
Yeah, we got it.
And then at the moment he was supposed to do the move that we had done, the sneaky move, the underhanded move, the lying, cheating move, he was totally clean. He didn't do it. And it just
what did he do
totally
instead?
floored us. We didn't know. We had no idea. And that's when I stood up during the show.
joke was on you at the end.
Started yelling at him and how much I hated him.
You pulled off an amazing feat in the last couple of years. You've lost over 100 pounds.
Yeah, I lost over 100 pounds.
What's the magic in that?
I had wicked high blood pressure, and I needed to lose weight, so I just did a rather draconian diet. You know, stopped all animal products, all grains.
You vegetarian now?
I am now, yeah. Vegan now, and then also very low salt, very low oil, and very low sugar. And I feel tremendous. It made a huge difference.
You look good.
I feel great.
The no fun diet, but it works great, right?
Well, yeah, it actually ends up being fun once you get over the habits that you've fallen into over the years.
Hey, speaking of fun, you've been working together for 40 years. That's
40
longer
years,
than most people would be married.
That's right.
Do you get sick and tired of the guy itself?
Well,
I mean, don't you need some down?
We do stuff, a lot of stuff separately. I mean, Teller has been in Chicago the past month working on The Tempest, the Shakespeare play at the Chicago Shakespeare Company down at Navy Pier, and that opens next week. And he's fully directing that while I was working on a movie, writing books. We always do the live show in Vegas. Of course, we do Fool Us Monday nights, but then we do a lot of separate projects. It keeps things fresh and interesting.
Yeah, one project you were involved in was Celebrity Apprentice. Donald Trump fired you.
Yes, he did. And I can't wait for America to fire him.
What happens when you get fired? Do you go home and cry when you get fired by Donald Trump?
You're not actually fired. Remember, I wasn't trying to get a job with Donald Trump. I was on a TV show. We were co-workers on a television program. Right. So if I had won, I would not be working for Donald Trump now. But yeah, I went to the finals twice and did very well.
Tell me about him. What's he like?
Well, probably whatever you think of him is kind of accurate. He's, I actually like him. He's kind of a wild man. I like that he says anything that pops into his head. But we disagree politically, but I like him as a person.
Yeah.
Because he's entertaining.
Yeah, he's kind of a nut. He's kind of like, that kind of Bob Dylan, Tiny Tim, Neil Young type. He just says anything that pops into his head.
I'm having trouble with that comparison with Bob Dylan.
Donald Trump does lack the talent.
Yeah.
But in terms of the freedom of expression, he has
no filter.
Yeah, no filter.
So going back to CW, you said that the young guys coming in, it's a totally different game in terms of some of the magic tricks. What do you see now that's different?
Well, because of the internet.
Yeah.
You have people starting much younger, doing much harder stuff. There's what's called finger fling in the card stuff, which is just
what is that?
What is that?
It's just this incredibly difficult sleight of hand done with cards.
Can you do
and
it?
that's how most people are. Oh no, I mean, I was good for that age.
Yeah.
But now it's gone way beyond, because people just start watching the YouTube videos and practicing over and over again when they're like 8, and they just do that forever. By the time they're 15, they're better than anyone in the world was 20 years ago.
Unfair learning curve.
It's good. It's fabulous.
Yeah, it makes for great television.
Well, thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Excellent.
Thanks.
All right, well, Penn and Teller Fools Us airs tonight on WGN Channel 9. This is right before our news from 8 to 9 o'clock.
Yeah, good.
And for a link, if you missed anything, you can watch the segment again. Just go onto our website, WGNTV.com/midday, for all those internet kids.
Good, thank you.